Hey guys, it's Michelle. Test 1, 2. My husband says I need to speak up louder. Okay, thank you, Brent, for pushing play. Welcome to Facebook Live Yoga with me. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll probably just do a brief intro here. My goal is to this week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon to do about a 45-minute yoga class with you. So as you get settled in and set up in your house, I'm assuming you're doing this from home, go ahead and grab a mat. If you have a blanket or some sort of pillow to sit on, go ahead and sit on that. And then if you have any other yoga props like a couple of blocks or a strap, those can be helpful too, but you absolutely do not need them. I'll just be using them from time to time. And then also you could grab a chair, like a folding chair or something of that sort, if you don't have a block. So we'll make use of some props today, but not very much. I have my guest star here, Muffin. I don't know if you saw my dog walking around, but she'll be in and out. And then since I'm doing this from home, you may see some wildlife behind me, or you may see some wild children come on the deck. So be on the lookout for that. But my goal for you today is just to have a really well-rounded active practice. It will be all levels, so I'll give some modifications for those of you who need to modify a little bit, or if you want to perhaps use some energy that you have stored up from being inside, I'll give you some options for that today. But my focus today is to give you a well-rounded, grounded practice, one that helps you leave feeling really established in these changing times, and helping you to feel really comfortable in your own skin, and learning to trust yourself a little bit more as we navigate these shifting times. So here we go. Sit comfortably, have your shoulders over your hips, have your knees lined up with your hips as well. And that happens really by sitting on a blanket. So sit in whatever posture feels natural and comfortable for you, and then sit really tall. Lift the shoulders and roll them back and down, and draw your palms together at the heart. This just kind of helps establish our practice as something that's a little bit more sacred, a little bit more set apart from our day. So if it's comfortable with you, go ahead and gently close your eyes, and we'll spend a few moments here just focusing in on our breath, focusing in on our body. And those two things alone help us to really come into the present, into this present moment that we're in. So noticing your breath, take a full inhale through the nose and a full exhale through the nose. And when I say full, I mean filling up from the top all the way down to the bottom of your torso. So repeating that, filling up again, and inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And do that one more time. A full inhale in, a full exhale out. And then just return to a comfortable breath here. So as we practice this silent sitting before we begin to move, just noticing your breath. You don't have to manipulate it right now. Just noticing where the breath is traveling to. Noticing if it's shallow. Noticing if it's deep. Just begin to observe your breath. And as we practice today, you'll inhale and exhale through your nose. And your body will tell you when you're over-exerting energy. You'll be labored in your breath. You'll want to breathe through your mouth. So that's when you know, okay, time to dial it back, and just resuming a natural, quiet breath in and out through the nose. And then behind your closed eyes, just noticing your body, noticing if there's areas in your body where you're gripping or are tight, perhaps the inner thighs, the lower back, the abdomen. Just begin to release, noticing the upper chest, the upper back, softening your jaw, softening the muscles around your eyes, and taking one more full breath in and out. We'll begin our practice today. So bowing your head toward your heart, blink your eyes open, lift your gaze up as you release your palms down. So we'll start with a seated twist. Take a full inhale here as you reach up through your left arm, and then cross that hand over the opposite knee. So left hand over right knee, and then you'll take your right hand and place it behind you. So try not to lean back or forward or side to side here. Just inhale, lift through the chest, get tall, and then exhale, begin to revolve any amount. And continue that smooth, steady breath. When your twist is your shoulders in relation to your hips, so you don't want your hips to come along with you. Ground down through your sitting area and lift up through your chest, a long spine here. One more breath. And then come back through center. Second side, inhale, lift and reach up through your right hand and cross that hand over the left knee. Take your right hand behind you just for stability. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, begin to revolve. Draw the navel in and just look to the side. You don't need to crank your neck behind. Smooth and steady breaths here, enjoying a nice twist to open up. One more full inhale, exhale. And then coming back through center, a nice side bend here. So walk the right fingertips out, lift and reach the left arm, bend the right elbow, and then begin to tip to the side, reaching that arm over the ear. And then begin to turn your chest up a little bit. You can even look up to what I'm looking at, the sky, or looking up at your ceiling. But ground down through this left sitting bone, so you're still grounded, having that connection as you sit. One more breath here. Reach, reach, reach. And then come back through center, second side. So walking the left fingertips out, bend the elbow, lift and reach to the right arm, and then begin to extend. Really thinking about pulling those fingers over and away from the body. And as you do, grounding down through the right sitting area. Draw the ribs in a little bit, draw the navel in, and then turn and lift and look up if it works for your neck. One more inhale, exhale, and then come back to center. One more thing seated, and then we'll get moving here. So lift and reach the right arm. And if you have a strap, you can do full Gomukhasana arms or cow face pose arms. But if not, just bend the right elbow and take your left hand and place that hand to the elbow. Lift the chest and pull that elbow back. So your stability right now is coming from a strong seated area, but you're also drawing in your abdomen a little bit. And just stretching out the back of the arm, the tricep. One more breath here. And then second side. So bending the left elbow, take the right hand to that left elbow, and then pull the arm back. So trying not to crowd the head down, but sitting tall here, navigating the elbow behind the head or close to behind the head and close to the head too. One more breath here. And then release. We'll take this into downward facing dog. So if you have a pillow or a blanket, you can move that off to the side now. So here's how I like to start people off with a down dog. If you want to know positioning, you come lying down on the mat, belly down, and then bring your hands, slide them down to mid-chest. From here, curl your toes under, and then begin to push yourself up and back in space. Now I'm kind of off center, so I'm going to step forward and do that again on my mat. So bring your hips up and move them back in space. Soft bend in the knees. Excuse me for a second. Soft bend in your knees in your down dog if your hamstrings are tight or you have lower back issues. So here we go. Hips are moving back in space. Fingertips are grounding down, spreading wide. So I'm going to turn my head and talk to you, but don't turn your head once you've found your down dog. Move all the weight back into the legs and begin to press the heels down. Lift the hip crease high and let the head hang. Draw the ribs in a little bit. And we'll hold here for 3 more breaths. Now, if you feel fatigued at any point during this practice, feel free to drop down to your knees, and you can take a child's pose just like this, or resting hero's pose. So from down dog, we'll slowly walk our feet forward. Take your time. And feet will come in between your hands and your body will come up halfway. This is called Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Pull the chest up and draw the ribs in and lightly press your hands to your shins or to your knees. Holding here for a breath, inhale. Shift the weight forward on the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head hang. Do that one more time. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Soft bend in the knees again if you have a lower back issue or hamstrings are tight. Now we'll rise to stand. Ground down through the feet. Press through the feet. Lifting up here. Inhale. Look up, reach up. Draw your hands up to the sky. And then exhale, palms come to the heart center. So we'll start moving here with a classical Surya Namaskar. Classical sun salutation. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, push the hips back and fold. Bend your knees, step your right leg back into low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Uncurl the right toes and come up to a lunge. So my back knee is down. My back knee is also behind the hip. Lift the chest. Stay here for a breath or two. Draw the ribs in a little bit. Think about standing tall here, even as we're in a low lunge. And then hands come to the mat, step forward with the right foot into a forward fold. Inhale, ground through the feet, rise up to stand. Exhale, palms to heart center. We're moving a little bit slow on purpose. We will establish our pose and then we'll get into a little bit more fluid movement after this first cycle. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hips push back, forward fold. Bend your knees and step your left foot back, lower the left knee down. Uncurl the toes, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Lift the chest, get tall, and roll the shoulders back. One more breath here. Forward fold, hands placed down on the mat, curl the back toes under, and step forward. Inhale, rise to stand, look up, reach up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Moving on. Inhale, switch and lift the arms up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, step the right leg back, low lunge again. Inhale, option to lift the arms this time. Exhale, hands come down, we step into high plank. So left foot back, uncurl the right toes, or curl the right toes under. Inhale here in high plank. And then lower down to knees. Your hips will stay lifted, but chest touches down, and then chin. Now shift forward, uncurl the toes, low cobra. Lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot forward into a low lunge, uncurl the back toes, option lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold, step the left foot forward. Inhale, rising up to stand. And exhale, draw the palms together at heart. So that's the right side. We'll do the left side now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, step the left leg back, low lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to high plank. Hands ground down, right leg steps back. Pull the chest forward. Lower to knees, hug the elbows in, chest chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Lift the sternum, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward, low lunge. Uncurl the right toes, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold, step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, palms draw to the heart center. We'll do a couple of rounds of Vinyasa A. It moves a little bit quicker. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend your knees, and for this first one, step into high plank. Lower to knees, Chaturanga. Hug the elbows in. It's like a push-up, you go halfway down. Uncurl the toes, come all the way down. Bhujangasana. Point the toes. Exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend your knees, look forward, step, step, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up in that forward fold. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, palms to the heart center. I'm going to face this way now. Same thing, inhale, sweep the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Moving my chair. Exhale, come into high plank, jump or step. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, your choice. Low cobra or up dog. Pull the arm bones back. Point the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, look forward, and jump or step, step. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, palms to heart. One more round. Inhale, lift and reach up. Exhale, fold. Empty your breath. Inhale, halfway up. Exhaling, jump or step into high plank. Lower down. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold for 3 breaths. Press the heels down. In and out through the nose. One more breath in down dog. And then look forward, bend the knees, and step, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, palms come to the heart. So we will do a standing posture now that requires a little bit of balance. So if you need to, you can grab a chair and that can support your balance pose. So this is a grounding practice. I wanted to start with Vrikshasana, tree pose, for our balancing. I'll place the chair off to the side here, but I'm surrounded by trees, so we have to do tree pose, of course, right? So ground down through your left foot, and for a second, just slightly move the weight into your left foot. Lift the right heel, and you'll feel sort of a buoyancy. That's what you're after anyway. So a little bit of softness in that knee, but then lift up the toes of the left foot and then press the toes down without gripping too tight. Just press the foot down. Now notice the palm of your foot, this part of your foot, not the toes. Push down through that part right here, especially the inner edge. Just noticing the different areas of your foot. Now bring your hands to your hips. For the first option, you just swivel the right knee out. You use your foot like a kickstand, the toes are down, and you're hugging the bottom of the right foot to the inside of the ankle. So that's the first option. Second option, you would lift your foot up to the inside of the left calf or the left shin. Third option, you'll catch the foot and bring it up to the inside of the thigh, toes pointed down. Draw the palms to heart center, and for a moment, lift the chest and notice the connection of your foot to your hip. So everything is drawing in center. And then notice the connection of your thigh to the bottom of the foot. Continue to gaze forward at something that's not moving, feeling that groundedness, that establishedness. And for some, we can add on our arms. So inhale, sweep the arms. Look up a little bit, draw the ribs in. We're holding for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, and 1 more. Soften the gaze, and then release. Bring the hands to heart center and release that foot down. And take a second, you can shake the legs out, roll the shoulders back, and we'll work on the second side. So lift the left heel, shift your weight into the right foot, and just for a moment, bounce the knee a little bit, bend at the ankle, noticing the connection there between the foot and the leg, even the hip. And then begin to lift up the right toes and press them down, grounding down through the toes, then noticing the bottom of the right foot and just feeling the 4 corners of the foot, making sure that they're all fully pressing down, even that inner part of the foot. And then we swivel the right leg out, or the left leg out, and draw the palms to heart center. So this is option 1. The toes are on the ground of the left foot. Option 2, bringing that foot up to the inside of the shin calf area. And then option 3, catching hold of the foot, toes pointing down, and bringing it to inner thigh. So taking a look now at something that's not moving, draw the right hip in, and then for some, you'll lift and reach the arms up. We're holding here for 3 rounds of breath. So inhale and exhale. Draw the ribs in. Inhale and exhale, softening the jaw. Inhale and exhale, release. So bring the hands down, bring the foot down without falling. Okay, so from here we'll do a vinyasa. We'll take ourselves into warrior 2. So standing at the top of your mat, inhale, sweep and reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, your choice, either straight into down dog or going through chaturanga, up dog, down dog. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee comes to the nose, 3-legged plank. One more. Inhale, sweep and reach. And then exhale, knee comes in, and then set the foot in between the hands. Spin the left foot down at an angle, and then sweep the arms up into second warrior. So be mindful of the right knee. Make sure the knee is over the ankle more or less, and that this back leg is straight. You're pressing down through the outer edge of the left foot. Gaze is steady over right fingertips. Take a breath here. Stand tall. One more breath. And then sweeping down. Coming into downward facing dog or going through chaturanga, up dog, down dog. You can always come to knees for chaturanga and come all the way down for low cobra. And then down dog. And take a breath. So I'm going to spin around so I'm still open to you. You stay right there where you are. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. You can always drop that knee down and come back here. Inhale, sweep and reach. And then exhale, coming into warrior 2. Right foot in between, or left foot in between the hands. Right foot spins down at an angle. Reach through the arms. So keeping the shoulders over the hips, the knee is lined up over the ankle, and it's not rolling in or out too far. And just expand here. Warrior 2 can feel very grounding and expansive. So feel that groundedness in the legs, very established, and then expanding out through the gaze, through the fingers. One more breath. And then coming through vinyasa or straight into downward facing dog. And hold. Take 3 rounds of breath. Two more. And last one here. And bend your knees, look forward, and jump or step, step. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, rising up. And palms to heart center. So now we'll work on another balance pose. Grab your chair if you need that for stability. Eagle pose, Garudasana. So this is a lot of focus, but it also can be a lot of fun. So just kind of use your sense of humor. If anything, just imagine you're a bird taking flight and have fun with that. So lift up the right heel, and again, feeling established and grounded through the left leg. Begin to cross the right leg over the left leg. So for some, you can totally drop that right toe down, and that's absolutely fine. That'll help you with stability. The idea is to draw the inner thighs together, or you can hook that leg. But when you hook that leg behind the calf, make sure the hips aren't turning off to the left. So from here, slight bend in the hips, slight bend in the knees. Lift the chest, and then draw the arms forward. Cross left arm over right and either hugging the shoulders or bringing forearms together and palms together. Lift the elbows and begin to lower down into eagle. I'm going to bring my arms a little bit to the side so you can see my face. And then for some, you can fold in a little bit into your eagle, holding here for 2 more breaths. Find a fixed gaze. 1 more breath. And don't just jump out of the pose. Slowly make your exit, coming back up, unwinding the leg and unwinding your arms. And take a breath here. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. So we'll take a moment to pause in between sides. Have your feet comfortable. They can be together or hips distance. Lift the chest. Tailbone is long. Palms facing forward. Just feeling that pose, what it did to your body. And now we'll move to second side. So hold your hips, bend your left knee, and cross left leg over right. And again, you can have that toe just grounded down for stability. Or have a soft bend in the knee, little bit of hip flexion, cross that foot behind. But watch the hips, make sure you're not sailing off to the right. Arms reach forward and cross left over right. And again, you can hold shoulders or intertwined forearms. Lift the elbows and begin to bend the knee and hips, but still maintaining a nice long spine. And for some, you can begin to lean forward a little bit. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Slowly unwind. Come back up to stand. Release the leg and release the arms. Okay, triangle pose. We won't do a vinyasa right now because it's a 45-minute class, so we're going to move on here. So stepping wide, probably not as wide as your warrior 2 though. So find your stance, and then this is where you would need a block. So if you have a block, great. Or if you have a chair, you can use the chair. The block will come to the inside of the right foot, or the chair will come to the inside of the right foot. So I'll show you how that works. Spin the left toes in, and the right toes spin out. So the right toes are facing forward, the left toes are pivoting in, the legs are straight. Begin to turn on the muscles of your legs. So the muscles above your knee, just begin to turn those on. And then expand out through the arms here and tilt the hips a little bit. Begin to shift forward and reach, expanding the arms, and then begin to lean, place the hand to a block, or this is where you would put your chair. Your hand would come right here to the chair. So lift and reach up into triangle pose. You want length in the right side of the body, and you want your arms to expand out. Turn the chest up and hold here. 1 more breath. Full inhale, full exhale, and rise up to stand. Beautiful. Second side. So parallel the feet, and then we'll take the block to the second side. Spin the left toes out, the right toes spinning in, and then you'll take your block or your chair to the inside of the left foot. Expand out here and turn on the muscles of the legs. Straighten the front leg if it's too bendy, but if it's over hyperextending, like too bent, have a soft bend in that knee. Tilt the hips a little and reach to the left. Reach, and then place the hand to the block. And reach up here. So I forgot to mention, if you feel a little wobbly like I am right now, you can always stand next to a wall in triangle pose and use that to help you. So lift up, look up, reach up. Find a lot of expansiveness, but groundedness from the legs. So we're established in our legs, and that helps us to really reach out. 1 more breath. And slowly rise up to stand. Parallel your feet. And this time we will take a vinyasa. So come to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift and reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, come into high plank. Lower chaturanga or knee chaturanga. Low cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And hold in down dog. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, lift and reach up the right leg. Bend the knee and open up the hips. So I'm turning my hips without lifting up my right shoulder too much. Pull the foot toward the glute and lift and reach. And then square the hips off, straighten out the leg, and lower that leg down. Now this can all be done from knees. So I'll do the second side from the knees, or you're holding your down dog. Extend the left leg back. So this is the option if you don't want to do it in down dog. Bend the knee and open the hips. So gaze is forward in this posture, or if you're in down dog, your head is hanging. Pull the leg towards you. One more breath. And coming into down dog, lower the leg. We'll do that again, both sides. Inhale, sweep and lift up the right leg. Or if you're on all fours, you'll just extend the leg back. Bend the knee, turn the hip open. Press the left heel down and spread the fingertips. Push the mat. Holding for one more breath. And then lower that leg down. And second side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Turn the hips open without lifting up the left shoulder. Bend the knee and lift the left knee up. Draw the foot toward the glute and press the right heel down. Ground down through the fingers. Holding for one more breath. And slowly lowering that leg down. Take a breath here. Sweep the right leg up. Exhale, knee toward the nose into high lunge. Foot comes forward. So for our high lunge, leave the back leg lifted. Fingertips to the ground. Pull the chest forward. And hold here for a moment. Squeeze the inner thighs in toward midline. That means in towards center. Pull the right hip back. And either staying here, you can also take blocks underneath your hands, or inhale, rise to stand. Have a soft bend in the back knee for this first few rounds of breath. Draw the ribs in, tailbone long. Holding here. Feeling that pressure or that grounding down through the front heel. And then as you continue, begin to sneak that foot back to where the heel is over the ankle, and then the leg straightens. One more breath. And coming either into down dog or chaturanga, up dog, down dog. And we'll move into second side. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, knee toward the nose. Left foot forward. Fingertips to the ground first. Pull the right knee up. Right thigh up towards space. Pull the chest forward. Pull the left hip back. Inner thighs moving in towards center. Either staying here or rise to stand. Soft bend in the right knee. Inhale. And hold here. Inhale. Draw the ribs in. And exhale. 2 more rounds of breath. I'm going to straighten my back leg without overarching my lower back. 1 more breath here. And then come down. Either down dog or find your vinyasa. And take a breath. And we'll come down onto our stomachs here. So shifting forward, lower all the way down and uncurl the toes. Release the hands behind you. And I'm going to move my props here or else I'll knock them over. So hands reach behind you. Lengthen your neck, so pull the chin toward the chest. And I'm going to turn and look at you, but you don't need to crank your neck. So hopefully you can get a quick glance and then do this pose without having to crank your neck here. Lift the legs up, spin the inner thighs up toward the sky. So big toes kind of move up toward the sky. Lift the shoulders, pull the chest forward, lift the arms. Locust pose, Shalabhasana. Holding here for one more breath. And slowly lower down. And place your hands forward. Parallel the forearms, or if your shoulders feel especially tight, intertwine the fingers. So elbows underneath shoulders, point the toes, and open the chest, lift the chest up. So this is a nice back bend. It's not too deep or too intense, but just draw the navel in, make sure there's no pressure in the lower back. And then we'll come into a forearm plank. So curl the toes under, lift the navel up, lift the hips, lift the thighs, and lift the knees up. So coming into forearm plank, the hips are more or less lined up with the shoulder, but the thighs are pulling up. So a lot of strength in the thighs. Sternum's pulling forward. And then slowly lower down. And take a breath. Uncurl the toes, lift the chest. Enjoying this time in our lives, right? Uncurl the toe or curl the toes under. I don't know, I'm gonna make the best of it. Lift the legs up and find plank. So elbows still underneath the shoulders, more or less. Finding a good placement for the hips so it's not too high up and it's not dipping down. If it's dipping down, come to knees. We'll hold here. 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. So option to go into dolphin or just into downward facing dog or even child's pose. Dolphin pose, people, walk the feet in and either leave the hands parallel or you can bring hands together. Continue to walk until the shoulders come over the elbows and let the head hang here. Those of you holding down dog, keep breathing. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. And exhale, lower down. Watch those elbows, left side. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, ribs drawing in. Begin to walk the legs back out into a high forearm plank, low forearm plank, and then lower all the way down. Release the arms. Bring your head to one side and take a breath. Bend the knees. Begin to move the legs one side or another. Bring the head back to center. Lower the legs down. Bring your head to the other side. So my head will be away from you for a moment. And then roll to the back. We'll take bridge pose from here. So lying on your back, walk the feet closer to the body. And the knees should be lined up with the hips. For a moment, just press the feet down. Think about the inner thighs drawing together without knocking the knees together. Just leave the knees separate, but think about the inner thighs drawing toward one another. Lengthen the back body. Feel the entire back, or most of the back, pressing down. And then from here, lift the hips, press down through the heels, and either hold on to the sides of the mat or tuck the shoulders under, intertwine fingers, and find your bridge. Tailbone is long. Draw the navel in a little bit. And move the chest toward the chin and hold here. 2 more breaths. And one more breath. And slowly release and lower down. We'll do that one more time. Here we go. Press the heels down, lift the hips, and tuck the shoulders under. Entirety of the foot grounding down. Lift the chest. And gaze is steady up. Inner thighs moving in. If you want, you can come to toes for a moment and then lower the heels down. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Release the arms and lower everything down. Great work. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Use the right leg to drive your left leg towards you. Tuck the chin down and then grab behind the thigh, or you can grab on top of the shin. Using your left elbow if you'd like to push that left knee away from you. Imagine your spine is nice and long here. Release the leg and just lower the entirety of this number 4 stretch all the way to the right side. So the bottom of the left foot is down and the leg of the right leg is off to the side. Taking it down now, starting to breathe a little bit more smoothly and deeply, and come back through center. And second side, so cross the right leg over the left. Drive the left knee toward the face to bring the right leg towards you and catch hold of the left leg. Move the right knee away from you. You can have a nice bend in the right foot. Spine is long. And just soften your gaze here. Notice, again, how your body is feeling. So at the end of practice, we start to go inward again after we've used up all this energy. It prepares us. It prepares us for life, for all sorts of things. And then release the arms and just take that gentle twist. The legs stay the same, but it's a number 4 stretch, kind of revolved. So arms can be out to the side. You can gaze over the opposite shoulder. Softening and slowing down here. 1 more breath. And then we'll bring it back to center. And this is where you can grab your strap here. So if you have a strap, you'll place it just underneath the toes. And you can leave the left leg bent or extend the left leg out. So have some space in the shoulders, a bend in the elbow, move the leg toward the face. Now if you don't have a strap, hold on to the back of the thigh. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. One more inhale, exhale. Bend the knee, release the foot down, second side. Bringing that strap to the ball mound of the left foot. You can extend the right leg out. Space in the shoulders, bend the elbow, draw the leg towards you, or just catch hold of the bottom of the thigh. Imagine you're standing on that right leg, so keep the foot flexed, the ankle under the hip. And bend the knee. Coming into Shavasana. So that's something we do at the end of our yoga practice. I'll join you for the Shavasana. So lying on your back, you have a choice today for your Shavasana, your final rest pose, of just either a natural legs flopping open, arms open type of situation, or you can bring the feet closer to the body, bottoms of the feet together, legs move open. So this would be supine bound angle. So whatever option you choose, just pick it down. And we'll spend about a minute or so here to keep our 45-minute practice. We'll spend about a minute or 2 in Shavasana. So gently close the eyes. Take one full inhale, tense everything up in the body, squeeze your muscles, and then exhale, release it all. and just rest. So take a few breaths here, softening at the belly, softening the face muscles, and rest. You don't have to be anywhere at this very moment. Start to settle in and feeling the support of the body on the ground. Knowing that you always are supported, you always have your breath. Continue to rest here, releasing muscle by muscle and thought by thought. And now, from here, begin to awaken. So start to move your fingers, move your toes, listen for sounds around you. Start to become aware again of where you are. And slowly lift the right arm up overhead, and you'll roll to the right side of your body. So bend the knees, move the hips over, and then just lie on the right side of the body for a moment. Take a breath in and out. And then use your left hand and press up to a seated position, one that's comfortable for you. Close the eyes again. If you open them up, draw the palms together at the heart. One more full inhale and exhale, and rub the palms together. And either cup or float the palms, if you're not touching your face, over your head. And blink your eyes open into your hands. And move them away from your face. Thank you so much. I enjoyed our practice today. Come back on Wednesday at noon and Friday at noon this week. I hope to make this a regular thing. So let me know what you thought about this practice. Comment below, or however you comment on this thing. And let me know what you want to see in Wednesdays and Fridays practice. See you soon. Bye.